Okay, so we're going to go through the procedure for drawing a roof on a standard UK house. We'll take the roof pitch as being 30 degrees, put two construction lines on with a protractor tool at 30 degrees. As a standard, I always make the edge of the roof protrude 60 millimeters with a vertical lip of 25. This is just so that it reaches over the gutters. If we then draw our bottom line to the intersection of the construction lines, we can start on the end of the overhang of the roof and use the parallel inference on the line we already made, and if you trace up the line and hold, just sort of hover until the end point appears, the end point instruction appears, and then just go slightly high, it's actually vertical. So you trace up, hover, get the end point, come up, you've got the pink line to show that it's parallel, and you've got a vertical inference by the two dots. At this point I would normally use whatever roof texture. I've got my own list of roofing, but I'll maybe use one of the Sketchup ones. That's quite a good one, and if you paint it on both sides, then now that we've got one perfectly drawn, double click on the middle of it to select the surface and all its edges, and then hopefully you've got the mirror tool installed, which can be obtained free from smustard.com. The mirror tool, go to the center point of the roof, pick up one of the 2 points, either come out vertically when you see the blue axis line, or come out from the end of your roof gable, in this case on the red axis. Doesn't matter which one you do first, so we'll go on the red, and then to position the mirroring plane, go on the vertical blue, and now it asks erase original selection. No, because we want to keep both, so that's a no. At this point I'll probably delete the guides just to clear things up, and we can extrude that the full length of the building. But to make life simpler for the next step, because we would like a depth of insulation to be allowed in all of our drawings, just to allow for head spaces and everything in the overall design. And so if we then pull this to the insides of the insides of the outside wall, we can then make a surface by joining up from the tops of the insides of the walls to the roof, which gives us a surface. We can offset lines, normally at 200 millimeters, to represent the inside of the roof construction and insulation. Put two construction lines on, can remove that line and come from where the construction lines start on the wall, where the roof's going to intersect with the wall, and back down to there. Now we can pull that and double click. I did it with the plus on, I should be without the plus here, left with a line. Just double click on them because they go on the same distance, brings them to the end, and fill in the inside gable, remove that line and bring the roof to the outside. Fill in the gable. Sometimes you'll have drawn your gable first, but either way works. But if you stick to drawing the profile of the roof and then extruding it, there are no further complications with surfaces not being parallel within. And because regularly we are putting skylights in, if I can find the correct component folder, pick a skylight component, drop it on the roof. It aligns with the roof itself. This one tends to cut through the outside surface, which you would expect to help, but it doesn't actually, because you always have another surface to cut. So with that surface, that's the one on the inside of the two roof surfaces. So what I normally do is pull that one out with a plus on the push-pull to that surface. So you have that situation, and pull that one to the outside of the glass of the skylight, around like this, and it's probably best to put the default colour back onto these surfaces, or you could use white or whatever you require before pulling that surface, the inner of the two roof surfaces, through to the inside of the ceiling, which didn't work. I'll try it from here. And with all surfaces being parallel, because we were careful how we drew it, it cuts through and you have your roof light complete. Those blue surfaces just need to be reversed, and of course they've got roof on them. So there you have a roof with a skylight.